think outerwear, generally speaking, is important for customers, but also for designers, because essentially it's sort of the piece that defines an autumn-winter collection. And a lot of the designers you talk to, that's the season they enjoy the most because of the fabrics and the texture and just the weight of the piece.
The military nicked it from the Inuits because that's what they want to keep warm. And then when the military, when we started to travel, we started to see what those guys were wearing. It's like that's how you keep warm in those places. And so they managed to make this incredible garment, which had to function on so many levels, which was had to keep it warm and dry, but you had to be able to walk in it, work in it, swing an axe in it, do everything in it.
I think that you've got certain personalities who are photographed all the time. I think we've seen this resurgence because of those sort of like major personalities in the fashion industry who have been seen wearing it, not only in magazines but sort of out and about as well.
I think the Parka should definitely be pushed forward. I mean, at the end of the day, like the way it was designed and crafted and produced is as a piece, that will protect you against rain, snow, wind, and all of that. I mean, you can have fishtail parkas, and there's other types of jackets, but it's all got to do with the hood. So, and the hood is really about protecting your head. So I think what Parka design, what can be done is to push forward. Perhaps it's not really always about like having the most complicated heavy fabrics, but perhaps even the thinnest ones, but still able to protect the body against Mother Nature.
If you change the parka in terms of silhouette, I think it ceases to become a parka because it's about being quite a voluminous shape, like the fishtail at the back, the hood, and it needs to look like that, and it needs to be able to work over a suit, or it needs to be able to work over a little mini skirt with heels. It needs to kind of be this big, practical, voluminous, all-encompassing piece that everyone can wear, for girls and boys.
Seeing sort of 40 people flash past you, all in a gang, all wearing the same coat, is a pretty strong image when you're 17 years old. So that sticks in my mind very strongly.
It was 15, 20 years after the Second World War, so to wear something military back then was actually a statement. It was a lot of people were really against wearing the military because it was they thought it was disrespectful. So it had that element of disrespect. But at the same time, you're on a scooter and it's bloody cold and you're going all the way from London to Brighton. You want to protect your suit. You want to make sure you're completely puckered when you get there. So you put on the parka.
When I got my first parka and really understanding that I could just wrap myself up in it, and on a night out I definitely slept in it more times than I could count on train stations and at people's houses. So from that point of view, it kept me alive.
I guess the first time, in essence, was watching Quadrophenia and seeing I think one of the scooters broke down in the movie, and you see it as a protective garment that's designed to, I guess, kind of protect your sharp interior layers. I guess that's the first time. It was almost like, it was kind of, you don't get any grease or anything on your clothes, so it actually protects you. But then, having said that, I saw a girl the other day. I was in a cab, and literally, I think the parka was done up, it was zipped up, and it was just this big, oversized garment with these long legs on the bottom, and it just looks so cool, so gorgeous. So for me, it's got that double-edged sword for me.